Hello everyone and welcome back to Touching Grass, a series where we go out into the world in search of collectible treasure. Think of it like your favorite Food Network TV show where they travel to a destination location in search of fine cuisine. And this is a very special episode because, well, I wanted to try something new. Let's get the show started, shall we? Good morning everyone. At the recording of this, it's June 3rd, 2026, and I'm about to head out to see an early screening of Masters of the Universe. And I figured I'd take you along for a little toy hunt, so I grabbed my old low-quality camcorder to add a nostalgic and cozy feel to this little vlog here. First stop on our trip today is Walmart, which is fitting because it's where Touching Grass began. We're on a hunt searching for a Skeletor figure here today, and this Walmart was a bust, so let's try another. We had some more luck here with this one, and once this movie is out on the 6th, these are gonna be very hard to find, I just know it. Next stop on our journey is a store that's very fitting for the theme of this video, Eternia Dreams in Frederick, Maryland. With a name like that, they had all sorts of He-Man collectibles. I told myself the only way I would buy one today is if they had a childhood favorite of mine that was lost to time, a Samurai Skeletor from the early 2000s series. And while they didn't have that one, they certainly had plenty to choose from. This Panther certainly piqued my interest, but I resisted. They had all sorts of fresh in-package figures, as well as some more affordable loose figures. Look, this guy is just looking to bust out of the packaging. They also had some autograph pieces. What was that? That was weird. They also have a ton of Lego, Star Wars, Transformers, any nerdy obsession you could think of. It was represented here. It's a great collectible store, and I highly recommend checking it out. We're walking out empty-handed today, but they have multiple locations, so maybe the hunt will continue for my Samurai Skeletor another day. Next we head up a retro game store and hunt for Masters of the Universe for Game Boy. but it was a bust. Afterwards, we headed into Macy's to see an old friend because it's been nearly a year since we've seen him. Joffrey, the Toys R Us giraffe. It's kind of in the ghetto though. This place is looking a little rough.
That sword is mine. That's not yours, huh?
After some age regression, we headed on over to our final destination, Regal Cinemas, to see the film itself, but not before we score ourselves one of the coolest popcorn buckets I've ever seen. I checked out their other ones, but this one spoke to me. If you want to hear my opinions on the film itself, I'll leave a link in the description and at the end of the video to my review of it. Without any further delay, let's head back to DMG headquarters and take a look at our finds for the day. We're gonna start off with our Skeletor figure. This is from the Chronicles line and promises a high degree of articulation compared to the other two lines of figures. Before we get into it here, let's appreciate the looks of this packaging here. It's highly stylized and gives us a preview of what we can expect inside the box. But just looking at this figure in the little plastic window here is driving me crazy. The paintwork and sculpt on the figure is really something else. It's highly detailed like some of the early 2000s figures which I grew up on and were the gold standard in my mind for what this figure should live up to. Does it even smell like I remember? Oh my god, it does! Please send help, I'm not well. There's this kind of dry brushed white throughout the body and makes the detail really pop. Another standout for the texture is this cape here. It's fantastic. For accessories we have some swappable hands which pop on and off with ease, and his iconic staff, which is beautifully detailed. I'm really surprised and liking what I'm seeing so far. But how's the posability on this thing? Did they deliver? We have a ball joint at the ankle, the knee has a double jointed bend, the upper leg is on a dumbbell ball joint allowing for a sensual ball joints at the waist, abs, full 360 at the shoulder, swivel at the upper bicep, double jointed bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, the neck and head are on a ball joint, and a very special point of articulation, an opening jaw. My only comment about the neck posability is I'm not crazy about how the neck separates on the cloak when you move the head around. I know I'm probably going to be the only one saying this, but I would honestly rather the neck not move at all if it means we could avoid this. Listen, other than that one gripe with this figure, it's just about perfect. We're talking a 9 out of 10 figure here. I'm so glad I was able to pick this one up. And if you have a chance to, I'd highly recommend you do the same. Onto our score from Regal Cinemas, we have the Castle Grayskull popcorn bucket and drink combo. This spoke to me because we had that early 2000s Castle Grayskull playset, and my brother and I were constantly fighting over taking turns with this thing. It was a staple of my childhood. I mean, we had crossover battles that made absolutely no sense. We had Skeletor versus the Shredder. It was just so much fun, this little playset. It's basically some kind of Barbie dream house for boys. Or you know, girls too, you know, whatever. I ain't judging. Anyways, yes, this is both a sipper and a bucket. You detach it here with this little button on the side and you're good to go. Opening this piece here, you have a place where you're supposed to put your candy to mix into the popcorn, and that goes in this big open space here. But honestly, I'm gonna use this to store Skeletor's extra hands. One more feature here, we have an opening drawbridge, which is such a cool detail that they didn't have to do, but I'm so glad that they did. Man, these popcorn buckets are getting insane. With this little poster here, this completes my haul from my day out. Again, if you want to see my thoughts on the movie itself, I'll leave a link in the description and at the end of the video. I hope you guys like the style change here on this episode of Touching Grass. And if you want more, be sure to leave a like. You know what, we're pretty tight. I think it's time you saw me for who I really am.